Oh, I just realized I was talking earlier and nobody could hear me because my microphone was off. I got a little headache right now, so I'm just doing some easy art stuff. But hopefully if I'm feeling better in a little bit, I'm going to start going back to doing some gameplay prototyping. I'm getting a shotgun and see if that's fun. Hello, TV Tyler. What's up, BB? Just importing this character in now. Let's see. Path. There you are. You're now in Krita. Exports. Grid neutral. There's my old quick and dirty one. There's my cleaned up one. Much nicer. Let's make sure there's no bitmaps on this. Yep. So I should be able to for my gym. Choosing default player start. And we hit play. Oh, wrong screen. So now we should be able to see when she comes to talk to us. Oh, this is so loud. Oh my goodness. Let me take Unreal down. But there. I think it's actually a little too crisp for how small it's showing up in there, but I think it's good enough. So now, test some here. So basically, I'm like stepping my way closer and closer to having melee mechanics, but I think like a good in-between for the moment as like an early useful weapon is to have a shotgun. So I think I equip my character. Let's see. Yeah, you can see oh, that's still pretty loud. Let me take it down even more. Also, I'm going to take down, I don't know if the music levels are too high. We'll take those down too. Where are they now? They're way down at like -40. That's fine. So basically, here's the like basics I did. I set it up that there's a new equipment type. I made it just as like a temp. There's just a dot for the reticle, and you're always pointing your arm forward. And when we shoot, I'm just like spawning an explosion in front of the character. Boop. And sort of knocking you back a little bit. And there's like a cooldown on how fast you can shoot. Is it... I don't recall if it's actually damaging enemies yet. Okay, well, it's clearly not good enough to fight those. Let me, instead of having this Dingus spawning stuff, actually just gonna get rid of that. Get rid of that. And instead, let's just get some chickens into this scene. Those are my chicken walkers. Boop. So it's walking around, notices us. We're like shooting. Okay. So I think obviously the range of this shotgun is not very good. Just spawning that explosion in front of us. It's not given like the relative distances and like how big the enemy is and how much they want to maintain separation. I don't think that range is very good, so let's open up. Let's look at the code for the shotgun. See what I coded so far. I started coding this last week, so I have to remind myself. What have we got? It looks like I asked myself a bunch of questions. But yeah, all it's doing right now is just... okay, we're sweeping forward. And then when we have a hit, if you're a combat listener, you're going to get shotgun blast. And then shotgun blast is just going to call this damaged. So let's actually debug draw this sweep. What is it? It's called shotgun blast. No, I'll just do a debug draw instead of using the sweep settings. So I'm going to say draw debug, I guess this is a capsule. World is W. The center is going to be 0.5 times P0 plus P1. P0 is the sweep start, P1 is the sweep end. The half height is half the distance from P0 to P1. Oh, I guess that's just, I already had that in this blast distance variable. Radius is the blast radius. The rotation is going to be P1 minus P0 dot the orientation quad. But yeah, the rotation now is like, what's the... Actually, no, I want, we want to do dot util from zx. Z is P1 minus P0. So that's the long axis of the capsule when you're debug drawing is the z-axis. And then we'll just use like the x-axis. Then the color magenta. Let's see, persistent lines. Yes, we want these to stay in frame for a little bit. Stay for like a second. Draw on the world layer, and we'll leave your thickness at 0 for now. So we'll recompile this. And now when we are doing stuff, we should see like a capsule appear that shows the actual hitbox for where things are being hit by the shotgun to see if that's like actually big enough. Yeah, it is like just hit scanning right now. Like you're gonna click and then it's gonna go poof, and then things will immediately get hit. Like maybe that's good, but I also don't know if like maybe it needs to sort of like sweep over a few frames in case it's like at the furthest distance it's like poof, bah! Like there's a moment in between when you shoot and when it gets hit. So there's the actual sweep that's happening right now. It actually looks pretty significant, but let's make that blast distance longer and get to the point where we're actually like damaging this thing, guys. So let's see. We want to have tables, equipment, basic shotgun. So here you can see this is just where I'm doing those particle effects right now. I can actually turn that off for the moment just to make things a little more legible. And then move this out of the way so I know that's not what I was using. So let's see, use the word blast. Yeah, so blast distance was 5 meters. What if we make that 10 meters and make the radius a half meter? So it's like, there's the actual, there's the shot. So I can say like, boom, boom. Oh, is he not? He's clearly inside that range. Wonder why he's not getting hit. Let's go back and check. Let's add a breakpoint right here to see if it's even registering. Okay, so we got a listener. Let's wait for the compiler to load simple. Yeah, so it's definitely hitting the chicken walker, right? So now let's step into shotgun blast. The caller is ace fighter. The component is the component that we hit. Item blast damage is currently, oh, it's 0. It's doing 0 damage. That's the reason it's not doing anything. So let's come back out here. Let's open this dingus back up. Yeah, blast damage. Okay. So we'll try 10 points of damage, see how that feels. Boom. That's quite powerful, actually. Boom. Boom. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. So we need to be like, what's the direction that it's shooting in? It's oh, I'm just using the actor transform. We don't like that. Let's use the I mean, I've got this point in the middle of the screen. What if we just aim it towards that point? That seems good. I think that's the, yeah, and it's starting to trace from my transform location. That's a weird location, right? That's like at my, what's happening here? Oh, the actor transform is the, this is actually the weapon actor. So it's starting at my, yeah, it's starting from my, like, hand, right? Let's make this now, like, auto target position equals pawn get reticle trace position. I think that's what I like. Yeah. And then we'll make the direction target position minus P0. So we're going to get the vector towards the reticle position in the world, starting from my hand. And I'm going to call this function getSafeNormal to transform that from an offset vector into a normalized direction vector. And we're going to multiply that by the blast distance. So if I'm aiming up, I should shoot up. If I'm aiming down, I should shoot down, and stuff like that. Let's see. Boop. Boop. Okay. What is the reticle doing? It's clearly not doing what I just coded. Did we not compile? What's happening here? Oh, we're still building. That's what's up. I don't know why it's taking so long, but we'll wait. You know, I feel like this is the curse of me trying to stream programming, is that, like, stuff which is very fast normally suddenly gets very slow once I'm streaming. Maybe my rig is just cranky. Okay, here we go. Boop, boop, boop. There, successfully linked patch. Boop. Boop. Oh, that's extremely not good. What happened? P0 is the transform location. Target position is the reticalization. Target position minus P1 times blast distance. Wait. What is the deal here? That is very far away. P0 is not being modified, so why is it so far away? Ah! Let's see. Look at how far away these all are. Here, let's just get the V direction. Oh, actually, I know what it is. Well, here, we can continue this. But it's got to be P0 plus that. I forgot, I need 2 positions, not just the offset vector. My brain is still fried. I knew it was a bad idea to try and program live while my brain is being unhappy. But, okay, there we go. So now we're getting, yeah, so we're just, we look up, boom, we're gonna shoot up, we look down, boom, we shoot down. Okay, is that distance too long? Like, I don't hit him, I do hit him. Maybe we can pull that in just a little bit. 750, halfway between the short and the long distance. Is this still too long? Also, let's put some of those big crabs in. Big crab tank. So it's like obviously kind of underwhelming for these guys just to be like boom. Like you kind of want them to be like stunned or something. Okay, so here's my initial feedback. Like I think for the heavier enemies who, and actually let's take this damage down. What if it takes 2? If I made it 5, would that be 2 shots to kill a chicken walker? Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot that's not fun about the shotgun right now. I think this rate of fire, like the cooldown between shots, is kind of frustrating. Well, it's kind of weird in the air, isn't it? Let's turn those effects back on here. I'm gonna say play sound at location, get at location. Let's start by adding like a shooting sound when you shoot. Delta, check in. I think this is all just like player shooting stuff. Explode, jump dash. I don't think any of these are like shotgun sound, really. Let's look at some generated stuff. Some attacks. That's an okay temp sound. Bloop. So we'll put this in. And we'll take your damage back up to 10 for now. Is it 8? Is 8 how many hit points I gave those chicken walkers? Why am I asking when I can just look? Health component. They have 9 hit points. So let's give you 9. Or, yeah, I guess 10 is fine. That's like 1 more than you need to destroy them. Yeah, okay, so my initial thoughts right now is that the cooldown between shots kind of sucks. I wonder if it's better if you could maybe have a cadence of like 2 shots, like bat bat, and then there's a cooldown, bat bat, and then there's a cooldown. I think that would encourage more of like the same kind of gameplay you see in like Doom, where you just like and then like circle around a little bit. But like not having the full like 3 shots, I think still keeps it like limited enough. And then I can make both of those bat bap shots like 5 damage each. That way for the chickens you would have to like double tap them. Or I guess if I made it 8, that would require you to double tap them while also being a little more sort of like devastating to the big crab tanks. How much health do they have? Yeah, so they have 15. So if it dealt 8 damage... No, wait. If I wanted to do 3 taps on the crab tanks, right, and 2 taps on the chickens, and the chickens have 9, it would have to be 5, right, and then it'd be 5, 10, 15. So they should deal 5 damage. So let's just set that. And then, let me just check instant overheat on this. Is that gonna like cause it to be like a stun weapon? Oh, I guess they're not really handling overheat. That's right. Overheat's my sort of like half-baked feature. Is that distance actually not great? Should I give it a little more distance? Let's pull it up to like 950, like just short of 10 meters. Okay, where's the cooldown? Did I hard code the cooldown? Cooldown seconds. Okay, that's a property. Made that a quarter of a second. Could I do double taps? Let's find out. So I'm clicking as fast as possible. That feels way better. Let me get rid of this guy that's distracting me right now for a sec. Let me add some more of these dinguses to the scene so we can really test. And then I think I'm also gonna get rid of these effects for now because I don't think they're really helping. I'll make better effects. Okay, you know what? I think one thing that's kind of annoying is how precise the aiming has to be, which is not what you want for a shotgun. So I think, let's just check it. Let's go back to our like, so our target position is pawn. Okay, let's just say if you have a current aim hint, if const auto hint equals. So these hints are basically like for like auto aiming. So let's say if you have an auto aiming hint, otherwise, let's say auto view or I guess we'll just say shoot dir. By default, you should shoot in the direction of your control rotation. But if there's an aiming hint, and let's see, location, hint, hit, component, location. Am I talking to myself, or is there anyone in the chat? There is no one in the chat. This has been a very quiet day today. Unfortunately, usually when there's more people in the chat, they press me to explain what I'm doing better. When I'm left to my own devices, I kind of just say stuff that's on the top of my head that makes sense to me, but maybe doesn't make sense to other people. So people watching in the future on YouTube, I hope this makes sense. But basically, I'm trying to figure out what direction to shoot the shotgun. Shooting just always directly in the camera direction would be like good for like a different type of game, like a game in which you're really shooting for a higher skill ceiling, but this one is more of like a run and gun, just kind of blast thing. I'm like okay being a little more forgiving, so I'm like, okay, if you have a hint, and if the hint location, position within, the hint location and the shooting muzzle location are within, I'm gonna say 150% of the blast distance, or I guess we could just say blast distance plus blast radius plus a little extra. So if we have a hint position and the hint position is close enough, then we're going to modify the shooting direction to be hint location minus P0. Safe normal. I guess I can pair of braces for that. There we go. Let's recompile everything. Hopefully this is not bad content where we sit around forever waiting on the compiler, but so now like when you're right up next to an enemy, it's filling most of the screen. The idea that I have to align them directly in the middle of the screen and like the robot would not be smart enough to just shoot in the correct direction, you don't have to worry about that. So the gameplay I'm imagining is like a timing gameplay. Like you get in close, you tap tap, and then you get away, rather than like sniper gameplay where you're trying to put the cursor directly on them. So now I get in close. Is the hint actually working? Let me put a breakpoint here to see if the hint is actually affecting anything. The hint is not affecting anything. What is going on? Let me make sure that the current aim hint is actually computed, and it's not like when I'm playing with mouse and keyboard it just doesn't compute the hint. That would be annoying. Current aim hint. Okay, so if the camera is locked, we set the current aim hint. Oh, we're only looking for aim assist hints. When we have a free reticle? That seems annoying. Doesn't seem right. I'm gonna comment that out for a second and see if this works, or if I'm breaking something and I need to think more about this. But basically right now I'm only computing that aiming hint when not when you have free camera. Do I still have that breakpoint set? Let's see. Yes, I did. Was I just not close enough to trigger this? Let's pop out here and see. I'm still not getting an aiming hit. What is the problem? Let's see. Oh, it's only doing this when you're in gamepad mode. I'm not even computing the hit when you're using mouse and keyboard. This is so stupid. I need to separate out the idea that you have a current aiming hit versus I just want to like know the closest hint in general. Let me add a new method. So what's this? This is update reticle. Let me just see like view aim assist hint component. Yeah. Let's see. Calc aim hint double max distance. So basically right now it only registers that you have an aim assist hint when like you're in like a shooting mode where your shooting HUD is up and you're using the gamepad as opposed to the mouse and keyboard. And I think a lot of code just says like, oh, if I have it, use it. Whereas like I would just like to know passively, like the special HUD is not up, I'm using mouse and keyboard, I'm not using the gamepad or whatever. Just passively like, hey, is there an aim assistant pretty close in front of me, right? So I'm going to write a function to do that instead. So let's go down to update reticle. I think I'm just going to grab all of this code . We're going to scroll back up to find what's going on. Okay, I've forgotten all my... Why are my hotkeys not working? I don't want to think about it. Anyway. Where's target position coming from? Back down to update reticle. Target position is 0.95 times cursor position plus cursor position. Is that a class property? I'm sorry, this is like the least interesting stuff. Yeah. I'm just gonna put that back here. Boop, for now. Instead, we're just going to loop over these dinguses. This is very dirty what I'm doing now. This was written while prototyping. Maybe harmonize it with current theme system. Logic and update radical. Great. So we're going to have a aim assist component result. Zip, zip, return the result. So what we're going to do here, that. Either is control rotation dot to vector. Plane is where I want to say, yeah, base and then normal. So base is the position and normal is ruler. So the hint has to be active. The hint's owner has to be visible. We're gonna get the hint's location. We're gonna make sure that the hint is like in front of you, like in front of the player, as opposed to behind the player, just in front of the camera. Is the hint too far away? So too far away, these are like max distance. Is the hint on screen? I don't think, do we care if the hint is on screen? I'm actually not going to care for this particular method. And then, oh, here we go. If you're like locked, if you're like locked to the actor, that is 100% the hint that you want to pick. This hack, is the hint obstructed? Do we care about this? I don't think I care about this for now. So what is this? Copy some more parameters from that other function. Grab all these dumb fine-tuning parameters. Them in as well. Okay, so I've got a very quick and dirty method for finding a aim assist hint that's in front of you. Let's go back to our shotgun code, and now instead of simply getting that, let's recompile our code. It'll take a little longer because I touched the player header, but I didn't actually change any virtual methods or mess with any storage, so I still should be able to hot reload. But let's find out. Basically, all that happened here is like because I'm only calculating your aim assist hint when I actually need your aim assistant. In this case, where I don't actually need your aim assistant, I've added an additional method to basically just say like, hey, is there like an aim assistant like kind of close by and kind of in front of me? And if that's the case, then when you pull the trigger on the shotgun, I'm going to kind of bias the direction towards it. So like I was saying, if you're really close to one of these chicken walkers, Fighter Pawn 26. Oh, here we yeah. There we go. Now we're actually applying the hint. So if I'm like over here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to when you have a hint, I'm going to draw a green debug capsule. Otherwise, if you don't have a hint, I'm going to draw a magenta one. That way I can just tell at a glance if you applied the hint or not. So I don't think it was like totally applying the hint there. Let's see. Not always finding that hint, huh? I think I should make it more generous than the normal hint search. should be checking from the player position and not the eye position when I do the distance check, I think. And what if I just made that shotgun hint just a little bit longer? Something's still up. I don't quite know what it is yet, but we'll see. It's just, I expect when I'm close by for it to just be like the way it's coded now. Yeah. Is this looking pretty good? Yeah, I'm aiming slightly to the right and it's hitting them. I aim slightly to the left. But those aren't hitting it. What is happening there? So what's all the reasons? If player plane, if the hint location is behind us, I change this to -100, is that going to make a difference? Or if it's too far away from my position to the hint location, max distance. See, I expect those to be green even when I'm aiming down. Why is it not finding them? Actually, I'm going to define player plane. No, wait. Let's just get rid of this player plane check and see if that's what's causing this failure at all. I don't like that I might get hints that are behind me, but let's just, for the sake of argument. Okay, so the player plane check is not what's causing it to not find it. What if we get rid of this distance check? Okay, so it's not the distance check that's causing that. It's not the player plane check. Could it be this view distance check? Let me just check here. This was... Gotta recompile. Skibbity bee, skibbity boo. Okay. So it was definitely that viewport check is doing something weird. Of course, now this is like almost trivial. Let's come back here. Let's look at that logic and see, because I think what that viewport check was making sure was that you're like close to the middle. Now my hotkeys are working. That's so weird. So view distance is the 2D distance from the cursor's viewport position and the hint's viewport position. Hint view location. Yeah, I'm just getting the hint location. View distance threshold. So the view distance. Yeah. What if we say 1.0? Will that just cover anything that's on the screen, I think? I think it was basically that 45% means that you had to basically be like more than halfway close to the middle of the screen. Oh, a little better. Tap, tap. I think when you're a robot, or when you're a jet, and you shoot the shotgun, it should actually like turn you back into a robot for a second. Like it should interrupt your movement. Let's make a list of all the stuff I think I need now. So we have like done, hint, yeah, adjust, direction, hints. 2, thing we still need to do, yeah, double tap, cooldown. I just have like a very small cooldown right now, so it's not even double tap, it's like you can just keep going like that. I want it to be like bap, bap, and then you have to wait. And then it's like bap, bap, and then you have to wait. I think it could actually be less than a quarter of a second. What if it's like 0.2 seconds? Let's try that again for ground mode. If I turn some of these VFX back on, is it okay that they're not like aligned or anything? That looks bad. Okay. So I definitely want that double tap cooldown, want better VFX. I want to have shooting from jet temp puts you in robot. I also want there to be like a delay between trigger and hit scan. Like basically, instead of it dealing damage the exact frame that you press the trigger, I think it'd be cool if like you would shoot it, right, and then there's like, instead of just immediately hit scanning that whole capsule, we like hit scan like the first half and then the second half or something. Like it's like a very fast traveling bullet or something, instead of it just being like this single, like it's a hit scan. Like, or I simply like, you know, two frames, like you click and then 2 frames later it goes, right? I also think like enemy stun on shotgun damage. So like, instead of like right now we're like burp and they just keep going, like they kind of just flash like you hit them with a normal bullet. I think this one they should actually like stagger back for a second, should interrupt any attacks that they were doing. Like it would be useful if like you could, like even against enemies that you can't like double tap kill, like you could still potentially like sort of get control of the situation by stunning a bunch of them that are like charging up attacks. And I think that's better VFX/SFX. And then yeah, think about other player feedback. Like I do wonder if like after you shoot, not only do you get knocked back, but like there's a reload moment, which is like where like I don't know if that interrupts your movement or like something else, right? But like creating some other like penalty that doesn't make this weapon just like obviously better. Okay, so it's getting to be 2 o'clock Pacific time, and nobody appears to be in the chat asking me questions. It's been a real light one today, but yeah, so I'm gonna go eat lunch. But yeah, if this was interesting or anything, you know, even when I'm not doing the most exciting stuff, I still try and stream on Fridays. I'll put this up on the VOD so other people can see it, and then I'll put it up on YouTube so that after the Twitch VOD time's out, you can still watch it. I am still, you know, bare bones posting about the project on Twitter, but if you'd really like to engage with me, you can go to Blue Sky. It is littlepolygon.bluesky.social, right there. Whoop, there he is. That's probably the easiest way to get in touch if you want to talk to me directly. Like I said, I stream every Friday. There is a YouTube archive of like, you know, 40 other streams I've done. A lot of them more interesting than today, but that's fine. You know, sometimes you just have a headache and have a chill one. And another great thing that you can do if you're interested in the game is search Nightshift Galaxy. Whoa, look at this. It's the first hit on the old search engine, and then you can smash that wish list button. I'm like burning the midnight oil right now, really just trying to get the early access build ready, because I think it'll be more interesting to do this open development after people have already like had a taste and start playing the game. And you know, it would just be nice with tax season coming up to start getting some kind of income. It turns out you don't get paid just to make a game. You have to actually ship it. So that's what I'm working on. To people in the future who might be watching this, thanks for watching. Bye.